Join us in this episode where we get our trusses put on over the garage. And Peggy and I are working on plumbing issues, trying to get those resolved in the basement. And eventually, in the snow, we get our garage roof.
This is Tuesday, day after the pour. Crew's not here because pour just happened yesterday. We got to get the braces off next. We are downstairs trying to fix that plumbing thing. I'm going to turn this around and show you the part we just cut out. So what Peggy's holding up there, it's kind of right next to the other part, but that's the section we had to cut out because this clean out right here, that needed to go the other way. As long as they're within 10 feet between the clean out here inside the house and outside the house, we're fine. That's our test clean out. And then we had that 10-inch section of pipe that was the problem with the negative slope. So we've cut out the pipe. I'm now testing here, and you can see we now have the correct slope, actually quite a bit. So now I'm going to see if we can connect these two if they're aligned. Let's check the slope. So I'm showing a slope of 3.3, which is great. That's just what we want. That's going from pipe to pipe. Now we need to get in that clean out, and that'll get buried. That clean out, that will remain, and we should be good to go. We dry fitted all these together, but the problem was because there's so many churns here, as I twisted one down here, it twisted everything else. So I have glued these in place up to here, and I have checked my slope and my level, and I just need to continue on. My end of day videos are remarkably short when it's just cold and I've had enough of it. So we are done. That has been the repair. We will double and triple check it tomorrow, but we have our proper grade. Got our this clean out here, turn the opposite way. They're within 10 feet of each other. That takes care of the other concern. And that's it. That took the day. And now we're going over to help a friend with a remodel on their floor. Well, it is Wednesday morning, and we have requested another plumbing test. So that means after the corrections we did in the basement last night or yesterday, today we have put new Teflon tape and pipe dope on that vertical clean out that was giving us the leak. More Teflon tape, different kind of pipe dope, and not over tightened. And we are currently doing the water test. So as you can see, we have the hose strung from our nice neighbor that is allowing us to use their water. We've given them a couple $100 just to help compensate for that. We'll do more if we need to, and Peggy is doing some site cleanup. Last time I saw, she's around here somewhere. I just heard the dumpster. Okay, well, the inspector is not here, but we had a leak. So a little defeated, but we went ahead and drained the system, identified what the leak was. That's the important thing. We turned this around. The other place we were having a leak still was this joint here. I don't know if it's because we didn't get the old dope out of the joints. Looks like there's sand and dirt in there now. That wasn't there before, but we put some water back. Yeah, it looks filthy. So I don't know if we just need to cut this out, put a whole new joint in, but we've tried two different plugs. We tried the thick pipe dope first, then we did the Teflon tape with the stuff that comes in a tube, which is a little bit more pliable, and it's worse than it was when it very first started. So yeah, any suggestions you guys have, let us know. And there's Peggy. Say hi, Peg. Speak.
Hi.
There you go. See, she can talk. She doesn't want to, but she can. I'll give her a piece of chocolate later for that. Thought we'd do a little before and after Peggy and I already did the downstairs. We've put tarps over the lumber, but we have this. They have, you know, after the pour you get concrete spill and there's trash and stuff, lots of stuff. So we're gonna pick all this up so it doesn't go downstairs, and so if we need to snow blow, we have it as clean as possible. Last thing Peggy and I did today was sweep all the floors on the main floor, and the top floor is a lot of concrete. You'll see the before and after, and then we're just using the telehandler here to get all of it done because the buckets are just full of this leftover concrete that's really heavy. That's it for Peggy and I. Sun's going down. It's getting colder. We're pooped. We're exhausted. And tomorrow, Garth and crew are going to be here to take off the bracing. And we're going to be seeing if we can finish up the plumbing. The plumbing saga that won't go away. And yeah, again, we just covered up these. We bought a new tarp for the one and used the old tarp back there in the gray. And the trusses we have not covered, but they're too long. So anyhow, that's it for today. And not too exciting, but there it is. That's part of building a house. Some days it's exciting, and other days it's just a bunch of grunt dirty work and it's not a lot of fun. That's not too interesting. That's just the way it goes. Anyhow, thanks for coming along, guys. We do appreciate it. It's Thursday. Garth and crew are here. And instead of removing all the braces, I think he's going to leave some of them up so he can use it to help put some of the trusses up. And then remove the ones that he doesn't need. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see. And then we're heading to lunch. We'll capture some footage after lunch. There's the trusses that they've started putting up, at least the first two. It's starting to get a little dark, but Peggy and I just stopped back over to make sure that they covered the building materials properly, since we are not going to be here tomorrow, and neither will they. Well, they won't be here tomorrow. And it looks like they did finish this one little section over here, so that the rest of the whole garage now has all of the trusses in, and then they will start sheeting it, looks like come Monday, and they'll straighten out all the trusses and so forth at that time.
So I'm going to pause here for just a moment with this video that Garth took for me. And while I appreciate very much him taking time to film while they're trying to get work done and while we're gone at the International Home Builder Show in Orlando, Garth, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but you got VVS. You have vertical video syndrome. So this video, this educational video, brilliantly done by Ben Rhymes, is for you and for all people that have VVS.
This video didn't have to look this way. It could have been prevented. Say no to vertical videos.
Vertical videos happen when you hold your camera the wrong way. Your video will end up looking like crap.
There are more and more people addicted to making vertical videos every day. It's not crack or nothing, but it's still really bad. There are two different kinds of people who are afflicted with VVS. The first group treats the videos they shoot like pictures. They don't mean any harm. They just don't understand that while you can turn a picture, you can't really turn a video. Vertical video syndrome is dangerous. Motion pictures have always been horizontal. Televisions are horizontal. Computer screens are horizontal. People's eyes are horizontal. We aren't built to watch vertical videos.
I love vertical videos!
Nobody cares about you!
If this problem's left unchecked, YouTube will begin showing 4 videos at once, just to save bandwidth.
Letterboxed vertical videos would be the size of a postage stamp.
And it will spread everywhere. Movie screens have always been horizontal. If vertical videos become accepted, movie theaters will have to be tall and skinny.
And all the movie theaters would have to get torn down and rebuilt. And by the time they were rebuilt, Mina Coolitz would be old and ugly.
And birds will crash into them and die.
And we will all get stiff necks from looking up.
And no one will sit in the front row ever again.
And George Lucas will re-release Star Wars again! The skinny edition!
I was never really able to tell the story that I wanted to tell. This is a great chance for me to experiment with a new technology.
You're a jerk.
Every time a mobile device is used to record video, the temptation is there. Just say no. Say no to George Lucas. Say no to old Mila Kunis. Say no to vertical videos.
And if you see someone doing it, say, "You're not shooting that right, dummy!"